I gotta forgive me a bit, you feel me? I'm sick a little bit, you feel what I'm saying? Like, if you can't really, I'm just, you know what I'm saying? I have some shit on my mind that I feel like I needed to share. Bro, it's like, um, I feel like I'm the chosen one for my family. You feel what I'm saying? I don't know what the fuck that means for real, but I feel like I'm learning a lot of stuff and taking a lot in that a lot of my family did too also. And they didn't really, you know what I'm saying, like connect with it as much as I did. You feel what I'm saying? Like their life didn't reflect as much as they did that they learned. You feel what I'm saying? But like, I feel like I'm teaching everybody around me. You feel what I'm saying? I don't know how to put it. You feel what I'm saying? But it's like a lot of shit that I see. I don't know. It's like how did I forget that? How did I forget that? Bruh, there's a point in your life when you realize the shit that you teach yourself, the shit that you can grasp, the shit that you can grasp and you can get an understanding of, you can teach yourself to. Like, that shit crazy as fuck. At one point in my life, I realized that everything that I wanted, I would have to teach myself how to get it. Like, when you, when you learn certain stuff, when you learn certain stuff from other people, you don't know nothing about what the fuck. You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't know nothing about, like, if you're trying to learn how to write, right? If you're trying to learn how to, like, do math, you feel what I'm saying? There is nothing you could possibly do to get to do math unless someone teaches you. And when somebody teaches you how to do that, you can do that thing in your life for as long as you want to, or you can take what you learn and use it and create a life out of what you learning. Like, this shit sounds so simple when you say it like that, but it's like I just had a fucking epiphany from like when I was like little. Like, somebody told me that, like a teacher or some shit, like when I was in Texas, like when I was staying with my dad, I think like it was somebody told me that shit. A teacher told me that shit, and I swear to God, like I remember at that young age, everything that you could tell me, bro, I absolutely positively believed it. Like, no matter what the fuck you told me, I believed it. My dad had an accent. He lived in goddamn, he from New Orleans and shit. And one day, he was riding in the car, and he was like, and he was putting up signs and shit, like he was doing some kind of side job, putting up signs and shit. And I remember he get in the car, and I was like, Dad, why you putting up signs? Like, why you putting up signs? He's like, so people won't have wrecks. Like, why people put, and I asked him, why do people put up signs? And he said, so people won't have wrecks in their car, like accident, like wrecks and shit, like WRECK. You feel what I'm saying? But when he said it, I thought he said, because his accent so thick, like I thought he said, so people won't have rats in their car, like RATS, rats in their car. So like I spent like 2, 3 years in my mind being so thankful that there is like signs on the road so it won't be rats crawling around in the car. Like for like 2 years, I thought that I thought I didn't think nothing of it. I didn't know how to drive. I didn't know nothing about driving. I didn't know nothing about the road. So Rex wasn't even in my vocabulary. But at that time, like I spent 2 fucking years thinking that it's gonna be rats in my car if it wasn't. You know what I'm saying? Like signs on the road. That shit is so fucking crazy, bro. But I think the older you get, the more you goddamn experience life and realize that when you put your hand in the fire, you get burnt. You feel what I'm saying? But you feel what I'm saying? When you at a campsite, you don't put your hand in the fire. You feel what I'm saying? To get warm, you put your hands over the fire, like you know how to move your hands so you can stay warm in the fire. You feel what I'm saying? It's not that you didn't learn how to fucking, you know what I'm saying, get the fire. You feel what I'm saying? Like you can use the fire. Like there's nothing wrong with the fire. Like there's nothing wrong with what you have in front of you. It's how you use it. You feel what I'm saying? You put your hands in it, you're gonna get burned. If you put your hands over it and you know what I'm saying, hover around it, you're gonna keep yourself warm from cold nights. You feel what I'm saying? Like you can learn how to use everything around you. You can learn how to use everything that you see. You feel what I'm saying? Like you can really use all of this shit around you and be a better whatever you want to be. You feel what I'm saying? Everything that you see on TV, everything that you see in the fucking you know, in the everything that you fucking see around you, you can use that no matter what the fuck it is. If you see something around you and you be like, that's a good idea, you know what I'm saying? But somebody said it already. Make a better version of that. There's nothing new under the sun. Nothing. Like there's absolutely nothing new under the sun. Like all this shit, like bro, like I was amazed last year when I really got a hold of some coconut, so some what is fuck this shit shea butter. You feel what I'm saying? When I got a hold of that shit, bro, I was like, oh my god, this shit works so good. But people been using this shit around me for a long fucking time. I just decided to say, somebody came around me and actually was using it, and I was just like, you know what, I want to use that. You feel what I'm saying? I want to be able to, you know what I'm saying, use that. I've been using it and it made me feel better. You feel what I'm saying? It's better than lotion to me. You feel what I'm saying? But it's like shit, little shit like that. Shit been around forever. People been using this shit forever. You feel what I'm saying? But I just decided not to use it. You feel what I'm saying? But like, bro, I guess it really was epiphany, bro. That's why learn, teach. You feel what I'm saying? Like that's what people need to fucking do. That's what people need to put in these kids' heads, bro. I'm telling you, bro, you leave your kids at home listening to old Project Pat album. My mama did me, even though that she got them didn't really mean to nothing about it. She didn't know nothing about that. She didn't know nothing about what I know now. You know what I'm saying? At her 29 years old self, she didn't know what I know at my 29-year-old self. You feel what I'm saying? Like, so when I tell you, bro, like, listen, like that shit had me like Project Pat. Like, don't get me wrong, like he's an artist. He's had like he has movies in his music. You feel what I'm saying? But me listening to that shit made me really goddamn want to do what he doing because I don't know the difference between art and goddamn, you know what I'm saying, and actual life. You feel what I'm saying? I'm just hearing this shit. That shit taught me a lot of shit I really didn't need to learn at that age. You know what I'm saying? But wasn't nobody to tell me that. Wasn't nobody to tell me that whatever he's saying on this song is not real life. It's not real. Like even if it is a life that he lived or something like that, it's not something that you're supposed to do. It's not something that you need to be doing. You feel what I'm saying? It's just music. It's just entertainment. It's like a movie is. You feel what I'm saying? All that shit, everything. Like, I ain't even gonna say Project Pat or in the music I listen to, Hot Boys and all that shit. I'm gonna say all the shit I listen to, I watch on TV and shit like that. All that shit is really like just teaching people something. You feel what I'm saying? 'Cause it's something in the movie that you seen one time and you don't even know you ain't know nothing about it until you seen it. You feel what I'm saying? And especially when you young, bro, like it's certain shit you just gotta put in children, bro. I feel like a lot of people need to start from with children. Bro, it's just like, bro, like, I don't know, bro. I just had an epiphany today, bro. I started, bro. I don't know, bro. I just, like, that's long ago, bro. I just had, like, a real epiphany, bro. And I just had this shit on my mind, but glad I got it out, bro. It was, like, mind-blowing. Like, I basically was just, I'm high as fuck. Like, I'm high. I've been drinking a little bit. But, like, you know, that's just what it is. You feel what I'm saying? And, yeah, you have to learn shit to make your life better. Like you really have to learn. Like if you don't learn, you're not going to be able to do anything. You feel what I'm saying? Like you can't read, you can't write without learning. That shit go for everything else. Like managing money, you feel what I'm saying? Knowing your credit score, you know what I'm saying? Being able to pick and choose, or being able to, you know what I'm saying, and see. Cause it's plenty of people with different types of education. Like you got people from the streets, but you can't be a successful drug dealer and not be smart. I don't give a fuck what nobody told you or what the fuck the nigga did in school. Like they got taught this way, he got taught this way. This man know the same shit this man know. Why the fuck y'all niggas think Jay-Z got to the point he got to? He just used what he learned from there and do like that. That's everything, bro. You can use like if you got a smart ass person who been doing business all this time, he would have to adjust to the street life, like as far as the violence and the goddamn robberies and all that shit go. Like he would have to adjust to that, but he could know how to run a business in the streets, like just like how he would run a business in fucking. It go both ways. You feel what I'm saying? Like it go like if you run a real business, you feel what I'm saying, in the streets selling dope, but you don't know nothing about school. Like this nigga Freeway Rick Ross. Like I watch all Vlad TV interviews, a lot of them shits, and one of them was with Freeway. This nigga didn't even really know how to write until he went to prison. You feel what I'm saying? But this nigga had millions and millions and millions of dollars from shit he learned in the streets, stealing cars and learning how to cook dope shit like that, bro. Shit is real, bro. The more you teach yourself, the more you can learn, the more you can make your life better.